Peter Appleyard was a wonderful father. He was a kind, gentle, thoughtful, sweet father with a heart of gold. And he always made me laugh. He made my childhood so exciting and special, and he made me feel so loved. He used to take me to the studios where he did jingles and to the Brunswick House where he recorded his live TV show. His vibes were always set up in the living room, and when I'd walk into the house, the music would be blasting. And I mean blasting. And he'd be playing along to it. He made every special occasion more than special and went to great lengths to hire clowns and ponies and magicians for my birthday parties when I was a kid. I feel very blessed to have had Peter Appleyard for my dad.
And wasn't that a wonderful film of Peter? Wasn't that wonderful? Oh my goodness. Yes, we are, actually my husband Terry Clark and I are now breaking a taboo that we have had for 27 years, that we never work together. And here we are. Yeah, he's leaving, look. Oh, that's not the first husband that's taken a powder, I tell you.
Okay.
No, that is true. I was married, before, like John Sherwood was. And one of my former husbands, he was a very sensitive guy. He left me on Christmas Eve. I was at work. Then he cleaned out the apartment. And I came back to a completely empty apartment. The only thing that was left was my copy of It's a Wonderful Life. We are lost in a world. We are lost like the gentle rain. Come, little one, I've a hand for your hand, and I will be your love for a while, just a while. They are warm on your cheek. They are warm like the gentle rain. Don't be afraid. You have me in the world, and I will be sweet, very sad, very sweet, like the gentle rain. pleasure to welcome to the stage Miss Whitney Ross Barris. There you are, sweetie. There you are.
So I did not meet Peter ever, but I can confidently credit him with making vibes cool for me. I spent a lot of my youth, I didn't really notice vibes, to be honest, but the time I did remember them is that every time we would go and see my grandparents and have dinner with them in Agincourt, on the way home, my parents would put on CJRT. And CJRT at nighttime in those days was pretty much just all vibes all night long. And so I would fall asleep in the car after a big dinner with my grandparents to vibes on CJRT. And then when I was about, when I was about 15, I had the distinct pleasure of seeing Peter perform. My grandfather, a writer by the name of Alex Barris, was quite close with Peter, or at least they were friends, and he put on a concert that was meant to be a fundraiser for the writer Helen McNamara. Helen had been dealing with a difficult illness for a while, and so all of these amazing jazz musicians got together and put on this tremendous concert at what was then the Du Maurier Theatre. Stars above that shine so bright, the mystery of his fading light that shines upon our caravan. Oh, sleep upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand, so I may keep this memory of our caravan. You are so inviting, this tear in my arms, while I thrill to the magic charms of you. Beside me here beneath the blue, our dream of love is coming true, within our desert caravan. Michael Davidson. Stars above that shine so bright, mystery of his fading light that shines upon our caravan. Oh, sleep upon my shoulder as we grieve across the sands so I may keep this memory of our caravan. Oh, this is so exciting, and you are so inviting. Rest here in my arms while I thrill to the magic charms of you. Beside me here beneath the blue, our dream of love is coming true. Within our desert caravan, within our desert caravan, within our desert caravan, within our desert caravan, within our desert until you felt that mood indigo, that feeling goes stealing down, down, down to my shoes. Well, I sit and sigh, go along blues. Well, I always get that mood indigo since my baby said goodbye. In the evening, when lights are low, well, I'm so lonesome I could cry, because there's nobody who cares about me. No, 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 I'm just about as blue as anyone that's blue can be. When I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and cry. Cassidy on the ABI. always get that mood indigo since my baby said goodbye. In the evening when lights are low, well, I'm so lonesome I could cry, because there's nobody who cares about me. Well, I'm just about as blue as any soul can be. When I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and die.
One, two, three. It's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Thank you. That's Jordan O'Connor. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey
to prove it's you alone I care for. Each night I say a little prayer for just one more chance. Just one more night to taste the kisses that enchant me. I want no others if you grant me just one more chance. I've learned the meaning of repentance. Now you're the jury at my trial. I know I should serve my sentence. Still I'm hoping all the while you'll give me just one more word. I said that I was glad to start out, but now I'm back to cry this heart out for just one more chance. Michael Davidson. I've learned the meaning of repentance. Now I see you're the jury at my trial. Oh, I know, I should serve my sentence. Still I'm hoping you'll give me just one more word. I told you I was glad to start out, but now I'm back to cry my heart out for just that one more chance. But now I'm back to cry my heart out for just one more chance.
Thank you, band.
Chilled out, and then they would put on Peter Appleyard. And that is what I grew up with. I'd be on the top of the stairs listening to the party. So I grew up listening to your dad. So it's an honor for me to be here tonight. And I chose 2 Duke Ellington songs for this evening. And I just want to get the lyricist's name right, because I'm big on that. Obviously, Duke wrote the music. Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me was written by Duke Ellington with lyrics by Bob Russell. So I know probably Terry, I know that you said this earlier, has played a few strip clubs back in the old days, right? If you're a drummer and you're over 30, you know how to follow the beat just by looking at a woman's hips from behind. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to a tale. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dreams. It goes right over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dreams. Well, that goes right over my head. Okay, it might be true that I might have been seen with somebody new. But when we're apart, these words from my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some dreams may crowd my memories, and other arms may hold the thrill. But please, do nothing till you hear it from me. Yeah. And you never will. heard some rumors that I might be walking around with some other guy, but don't believe a word that they say, because when we're apart, each word from my heart reveals how I feel about you. Some kiss may cry my memory, and other arms may hold a temporary thrill, but please do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. Do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. How do you like this band? This is the first time I've had the chance to play with the vibraphonist this evening. And can you tell everybody your name?
My name is Michael Davidson.
Is he amazing? You haunt me with memories of days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt me with reveries that never die. I sit in my chair, filled with despair. There's no one can be so sad. With gloom everywhere, I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad in my solitude. I am praying, dear Lord above, send back my love. John Sherwood. I sit in my chair, filled with despair. There's no one can be so sad. With gloom everywhere, I sit and I stare. There's no one can be so bad in my solitude. I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love. Thank you. Thank you.
Pat Murray. Pat Murray. Come this way, dear. Walk this way. Okay. Walk this way. All right. Wasn't that marvelous? Oh, my goodness. Pat Murray. I tell you. Well, we are going to welcome up one more amazing, lovely, talented, and sophisticated lady in just a moment. And my friend June Garber really would love to bring up a dear friend of mine and someone who would love to speak to you about her dear dad, my close friend, Susie Appleyard. Come on, Susie.
Wow, what a great night. What a fantastic night. I knew this was going to be great, but I didn't expect it to be over the top, fabulously great. Just fantastic. You singers and musicians have brought me so much joy. You have no idea. My heart is very full right now. It's very full with all this beautiful music, the stories, and the laughter. It's been 5 years since my dad left us, July 17th, 5 years ago. And in 10 days, on August 26th, he would have been 90. So the timing of this night has been very, very fitting. And it hasn't been easy for me. I've only been able to listen to see live music again very recently. It's been very difficult for me. And tonight, I mean, like, Michael, like, wow. Yeah. Your style is so much like my dad's, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I hope you don't mind, but I have something that I wrote that I'd like to share a couple of stories about my dad, and I hope you don't mind if I have it written down. Peter Appleyard was a wonderful father. He was kind, gentle. He was a kind thought. Sorry, I need my glasses. Peter Appleyard was a wonderful father. He was a kind, gentle, thoughtful, sweet father with a heart of gold. And he always made me laugh. He made my childhood so exciting and special, and he made me feel so loved. He used to take me to the studios where he did jingles and to the Brunswick House where he recorded his live TV show. His vibes were always set up in the living room, and when I'd walk into the house, the music would be blasting. And I mean blasting. And he'd be playing along to it. He made every special occasion more than special and went to great lengths to hire clowns and ponies and magicians for my birthday parties when I was a kid. I feel very blessed to have had Peter Appleyard for my dad. He taught me how to ride and jump horses, and Dad and I went on to ride together for years, often on long rides, even in the heat of summer and in the snowy, cold winters. That was one of the many special things that Dad and I shared together. My dad was so brave. I once actually saw him climb into a horse trailer. A horse had somehow fallen and was unable to get up, and my dad crawled into the horse trailer to help straighten the horse's legs out so the horse could stand up again. And I said to my dad recently before he died, weren't you scared? And he said, no, I did that on several occasions, he said. I had to help the horse. That's the kind of guy my dad was. The last thing Dad said to me before he died was, didn't we have fun with the horses, Suze? Even though I saw him perform thousands of times throughout my life, I never stopped being in awe of his talent. He was not only born to entertain the world by playing the vibes, but also to entertain us all with his quick-witted sense of humor. I had heard him tell the same jokes many times, but I always laughed because he told them in such a way that it made it feel like the first time I'd ever heard them. His timing was impeccable. He captivated audiences around the world, as well as me, when he was behind his vibes. His talent was God-given. When Dad died, a CBC anchorman said, God must have wanted to learn how to play the vibes because he called Peter Appleyard home today. I have some funny memories of my dad's comments when I was dating. One was when I called the farm to tell Dad that I was dating a man, and I said, Dad, this guy is so handsome. He looks just like Mel Gibson. Dad said, hold on, sweetheart. And then he called out to his partner at the time, guess what? Susie's dating a guy that looks just like Mel Lastman. When I was dating a man for several years, Dad had invited us to the farm for a barbecue. We arrived at the door, and the door was locked. We knocked, and when Dad opened the door, he said, hey, what are you two doing here? I said, Dad, you invited us up here for a barbecue. Dad said to my boyfriend at the time, who was a great drummer, well, it's a good thing you're here. I forgot I had a gig tonight, and I don't have a drummer. Can you do it, Bobby? Dad could be very forgetful, as those of us who knew him remember. It was so funny. Dad lent Bobby one of his tuxedos, and off we went to the gig. No barbecue that night. When a famous movie star by the name of Burt Reynolds came to see Dad at the Montreal Bistro, Dad introduced us. We had a great conversation, and then we had our picture taken together. Bert left as Dad was starting the next set. Dad said from the stage, "Where's my daughter?" I waved from the table, but Dad didn't see me. He then said in a very concerned voice, "Susie, where are you?" I called out, "I'm right here, Dad." And Dad said, "Oh, good. I wasn't quite ready to have Burt Reynolds call me Dad." And then he laughed and counted the band in. You guys were probably there that night. Yes. And Terry, right? Yeah. Exactly what he said. Right? I have so many memories of my wonderful, sweet dad. I miss him every day. 5 years later, I still receive messages from fans and friends of his, and it's very comforting to me that people still think of him and take the time to write me. Tonight was the first time that I've been to a concert where there's been a vibraphone player. And at first I felt a pang of sadness because I obviously knew that, it wouldn't be my dad behind those vibes. But hearing this incredible vibraphonist, Michael Davidson, has really given me so much comfort. Thank you. Thank you so much. It really uplifted me. It really did. Because growing up with this instrument, waking up in the morning, hearing it, hearing it all the time and going to all these gigs and concerts throughout the years and then not hearing it for 5 years, because it was so painful to lose my dad. I was so heartbroken and devastated. Hearing the music, especially the vibes, just, wasn't able to do it. So thank you. I can't thank you enough. This whole evening meant so very much to me. I want to thank Oliver for his very hard work in organizing this wonderful tribute to my dad, as well as to Bruce Cassidy, this wonderful musician and musical director. All of the musicians and the singers on this stage tonight have been absolutely stellar. Thank you all. I'm sure my dad was looking down with that huge, famous smile of his. Dad loved a great party, and what a party this has been. I also want to thank two of the members of Dad's A-Team, John Sherwood. I do know you. John Sherwood and Terry Clark. Terry Clark and John Sherwood, who were like family to my dad, and he loved you very much. And I know you loved him too. Thank you, Terry and John, from the bottom of my heart, as well as Dave Young and Reg Swager, who are unable to be here tonight, for your years of not only playing with my dad, but for your true friendship, and I know you miss him dearly. I have also really enjoyed getting to know some of you tonight and talking to you. It's been a real pleasure. Just wanted to read a few lines of this article. This man named Hugh Fraser wrote this article about my dad some years ago. There's nothing quite like moments like these. This is when the language of music is spoken with a fluency and grace unmatched anywhere else in music, and my respect and wonder at the art of jazz deepens profoundly each time I witness this kind of artistry. Appleyard was a delight to watch and listen to. The act of creation is so transparent. You can read his thoughts in every hesitation, every delighted smile as a great idea occurs to him and it gets laid down with gusto on the vibes. End quote. Dad treated each person that came across his path equally. He treated the guy at the Rockwood gas station with the same respect that he would give Frank Sinatra or his A-team of musicians or a stranger or a fan he encountered. Dad made people feel at ease. He made people feel good about themselves. He wished the best for everyone. I was also asked tonight to read a note from Carol McCartney, who was one of Dad's regular singers, who couldn't be here tonight. And she said that if she could have been here tonight and if she had been in town, that she probably wouldn't have been able to make it through a song because her voice would probably break, she said. I had the supreme pleasure to work with Peter for 30 years. I met him early in my career, and he became a kind of musical father to me. He mentored me and provided me with great many opportunities, from playing with royalty to introducing me to the very best musicians in Toronto, some of whom are on this stage tonight. But he became more than my band leader. He became a friend, a constant in my life, who I knew I would see again and again. And I thought that would go on forever. I used to marvel at how, through the excellence of his music and his wonderful ability to tell a story or a joke, he would have the audience in the palm of his hands by the third song. He never failed. It's no wonder he became such a phenomenon both here in Canada and abroad. Peter loved life. He loved the simple things, his family, his music, and his farm. The charming Englishman we all saw on stage was the same fellow I was lucky enough to chat with backstage. I will continue to very much miss my mentor and friend, both personally and professionally. Sincerely, Carol McCartney. I will end by saying what Dad said at the end of every show. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Keep swinging and have a great life.